This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers. Get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback. And he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners will strike first here, this wild card matchup. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Being chased out left. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So not success. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
You know what?
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From his own end zone, Fields. And he completes it to Cohen. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down. And
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They hand it off to Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Montgomery running right. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now it's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. fielded at the 43. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Now a play fake. Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here's Mostert.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
70 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
On 2nd and goal.
Lance
escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Niners continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the 50, here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields. He'll drop this one down to Cohen.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. As time expires in the first half. And the Bears get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On play action, Fields gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Off play action, Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Fields.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
Fights forward at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And Lance's throw there taken in by Smith.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And the 49ers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. From the gun, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. On play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he stopped immediately there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
That would give to the big fullback use check. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Second down and goal. Lance. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. The Niners on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man is Grant. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. Stays on his feet. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run right side with Mostert, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Grant on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. It's tough to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown the point after, but of little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams.
Together.